Hello, everyone. Rich Wildman here. Music Scene Investigation on the air once again. Glad you're with us. It's going to be a very interesting show. I think it's going to be a good show, as far as I can tell right now, anyway. The afternoon is great. It's bright and sunny here. It's hopefully sunny wherever you happen to be as well. If it's not, well, I blame that asteroid thing that flew by. And of course, the sounds you hear in the background there, the ticky ticky drum sounds, I'll explain a little bit more about that in just a little bit. However, on today's show, got some great music coming up, some good comments, hopefully, from our panelists. I'm sure
Hey,
they'll be
watch
fine.
that.
I'm sure they'll be fine. And we're going to meet those guys here and now over New York City, Mr. Tom Chianti. Hey, Tommy, glad to see you're still kicking, man.
Hey, that's what I do best.
He's kicking, but he's not talking much.
He's doing okay though. He's doing all
Yeah,
right.
yeah. We're having a lot of fun here in the old NYOC. Beautiful day. It's been really, really hot and balmy.
That
And,
balmy's good.
yes, I've gone for walks. I've communed with nature until the lady said, "Get off my dog."
Now you got a new lease on life, from my understanding. You went and had a little procedure done. You came out much better. No worse for wear.
Yes, I am the latest lab rat for certain cardio procedures, and everything went fine. And I feel the same. Eventually, I'm supposed to feel better, and it won't help with the looks, though. I'm sorry about that.
No, you look fine. You really do, Santa. I mean, Tommy.
Santa. Okay, Norville.
You look just fine. There's no need to worry about your looks at all. You're amongst friends, after all.
Well, I am home. This is true.
Yeah, see, out in the chat room says, looking good, Tommy. Glad to see you home. Everybody out there's rooting for you, of course.
Of course, they want to see me trip and die.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Like this.
Wouldn't wish that on you anyway. Over in London, England, of course, is our friend Ian Husbands, and he has a friend along with him by the name of Dave Carrera. Ian, Dave, hey guys, how are you?
We're just looking at pictures of Norville.
She's all right.
Which Norville?
Can I have one?
We don't know, because when Tom called you Norville, we didn't know what he was talking about. So I Googled Norville, and I don't see the resemblance. She's attractive with long blonde hair and quite pretty.
I think you're looking at Deborah Norville as compared to...
Ah,
Who were you referring to, Tom? Which Norville was it?
Ashton Norville III, or actually Debbie Norbit.
Okay, well, there you go, guys. Now you got to look up Ashton Norville the third.
it's happening, don't you worry. Oh, hello. Well, that puts a different slant on things.
Tom, that's just disgusting, man.
That's just wrong.
No one should be allowed to do
That
that
should
sort
be
of stuff.
illegal. You know, really. Good God. It's definitely not British, what?
I guess Tom knows his Norvilles then, because I have no idea who he's talking about.
I've got to turn that off, man. I can't look at
That's
that.
just
any longer.
wrong. It's just very wrong.
Ah, goodness. All right, Ian, Dave, how are things going with you guys? It's very rare. Well, it's getting more and more common, I guess, for Ian to have guests over, so this is good.
Well, we like getting together and doing it personally, rather than all this internet relationship is. That just doesn't work. There's no physical aspect to it.
See, I can pinch him like this, you see.
Ow!
It's physical. It's a physical relationship we have.
You guys got kind of a... Yeah, I was just
Can you
going to
get
say
right
that.
up there? Can you get right? No. What you got to do is this.
Little left.
Go right up here. Like that. And get them stuck in there, you know.
Nice. You need a pair of underpants on your head.
And a
Now,
pair of underpants on your head, so then you didn't get out of World War One.
I say wibble.
I
Wibble.
think I got to tell you guys, I think you guys just gave some kind of drummer's secret away. Looking at those drumsticks, not only how drumsticks are carried by drummers normally, but also by looking at the drumsticks, I think we see a secret of how the drumstick twirl is accomplished so well by you guys with the
I'm
loops.
going to stand back for this one.
So I am endorsed by a company called Gig Grips at giggrips.co.uk. premium supplier of gig grips. Anyway,
What are they called?
gig grips.
Okay.
They're actually called gig grips, and you can have them in white
Right.
or black.
And where'd you get them from?
So you can yin and yang.
Okay, I like that.
It's the coolest gig grips ever going.
Yeah.
Giggrips.co.uk.
Gig grips.
So tell us,
GIGGRIPS.
Try saying that when you're drunk.
.co.uk. Thank you very much. Anyway,
now
what was the question?
tell us what the gig grips are actually for.
Well, they're actually for people with dry hands or very wet hands, which is like most drummers, and they stop the stick slipping when you're playing, and they actually stop you having to grip the stick too hard, and thus lessening the fatigue during playing.
Really?
So look at that, look. So it doesn't fall. Look, I'm not holding it, but
It's magic, man.
magic. Look at that, magic.
It's
Yeah.
drummer magic.
And then you can do really silly things, like a little twiddly stick. Hold on, I'll bring this down as a
Bring it down,
camera.
there is, yeah.
See that one?
Yeah, that's
smacking
what I was
myself in the face.
alluding. I was alluding
Well,
to that.
That's one of them. But then you've got the old school, that kind. That's just normal. That's just me with my fingers like, woo. Yeah. So there's nothing there. That's just showing off. So that's what it's for. Essentially, it's to stop the sticks falling out of your hands whilst playing.
Now
That's what they're for.
that is,
And they're available at gigcrips.co.uk, and we're going to put it up in the chat room just in case anybody wants to buy a pair
And
for
as
only
a-
£5.99 a pair.
And as a vocalist, I highly endorse those products because the amount of time I've had
And
sticks
because
hitting
they're-
in the back of the head.
Because they're made from rubber, it means that you're practicing safe drumming.
okay. All right. Now, let me ask you, has the drumstick industry gotten up in arms over this because now they're not selling nearly as many drumsticks?
I doubt it very much. I mean, Vic Firth looked very rich to me when I last met him.
I had to ask the question, of course. You understand.
Of course, yeah. No, he looked very happy, and he's a very nice man, and I love him dearly, genuinely, because he phoned me up when I was in hospital, so that was very kind of a big industry chap. And when we met in Frankfurt, we had a man hug, and he at 82 he showed me how to do a selfie on my phone because I didn't know how to do it, so he showed me. It was brilliant.
You've got a selfie of you and Vic Firth.
Me and Vic Firth, yeah, last year. Yeah, it was this year in Frankfurt. Yeah,
I hope you tweeted it.
It was on Twitter and it was on my Facebook.
Did you go for a meal with him?
No.
So, because you'd had to take the picture of the meal for Instagram as well.
Apparently, you have to do this. Yeah, you have
Yes,
to show
yeah.
people what you're eating these days.
Yeah.
Why?
It's common courtesy. We all want to know what you had for breakfast.
Well, it's McDonald's.
There you go.
Doesn't everybody have McDonald's breakfast, dinner,
Even
and tea?
Vic Firth.
Even Vic Firth, yeah.
Okay.
That and Jack Daniels, apparently.
Is that
That's what
his
he said to me earlier.
secret to long life?
What, McDonald's?
Yeah.
Well,
Kentucky Fried Chicken
well,
and a pizza.
is,
Hut.
is Burger King for fancy dudes then?
Allegedly so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
In the chat room, someone
moved it off.
has asked a question, Dave. Since
Yes,
you are,
it's giggrips.co.uk.
since you are a professional drummer, they want to know, how do you know when a drummer is at the door?
Because the
He's
knocking's out of time. They don't know when to come in.
Yeah, so he does this. He goes ba 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 ba.
That was The Simpsons.
And
Exactly.
they offer
There you go.
they offered a different answer, of course.
Oh,
They say that the knock keeps speeding up and slowing down.
do you know I've never heard that?
I can tell by the look on your face.
No, yes, that's one of the funny ones I've heard. Yes.
Now, tell us, Dave, you have a new product. Carrera Drums have been working on this for quite a while. The cajones that you guys have been putting together.
Yes.
Tell us all about the no-stick cajones and where we're going to be able to find these things if we can't already find them.
Well, this bloke, this one, kept bugging me about could I make him a cajon?
No, I asked you to make me a box.
Made you a box, which is a cajon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that what I just said?
You were quite strict in telling me that it wasn't a box, it was a refined musical instrument.
Yeah, and you said I want a box to slap.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a cajon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is a box
Which is a box.
that you slap.
He just
It's not
likes
just a box.
slapping his cojones.
I just like
Which-
slapping a box.
Yeah. Where are we now? Who's slapping who? Who's slapping what?
So, I asked it, Dave, make me a box.
Yes,
no,
he did.
it's not cost
I went,
effective.
no,
And a week
I'm not
later,
doing
he said,
it.
I've made you one.
I'm not doing it. I'm having an artistic strop, and I'm not doing it. And he went, make me one. I went, no. And then he got his gun out, and I said, okay then. So one Thursday afternoon, I made one, and it's over there.
It was quite simple.
It's here. It's my simple first prototype is in the corner of Ian's room.
It was make me a box or make yourself one.
Yeah.
So now I guess the way it works right now is since Ian has the very first one, he's got like the Stradivarius of no stick.
He has a pile of poop.
But it's my pile of
It's
poop.
his pile of poop.
All right, so
we moved on, and we luckily got a friend of MSI, Sam Kelly, and a mutual friend of Sam's and mine, a guy called Jerome Marcus, who's Sam Kelly's percussionist, to develop it further than when we first sort of hit the road with it. We wanted to make a really nice, fully thought out cajon rather than just something that's just banged out by the bucket loads everywhere, you know. And thankfully, this week sees the last tour that the guys have done in Germany, and we think we've nailed it. So within the next couple of weeks, they should be out.
All right, and people are going to be able to order these direct from Carrera Drums, I take it?
You can order direct from Carrera Drums, and we've also got a small but growing retail list, stockists.
I'm glad you said that.
Sorry?
Glad you said that.
Why?
Small and growing.
Small and growing.
List.
Retail list.
Yeah.
Okay. And
you guys are confusing me, see.
We're confusing each other, don't worry. We're And where were we? Where are we? Who are we? What's happened?
Cajons,
yes. Yes, we've got a small and growing list of retailers, drum shops that are taking on all of our products, and they will be stocking cajons as well. And if I'm a very good boy, I'm going to be allowed to come out to LA, to NAMM in January, I think it is. Is it January or March? I can't remember which one it is. It's somewhere there. For the NA. Sorry?
January.
Is it January? Yeah, January. There's one in mid-year, which I don't want to do. It's the first one. January. And I'll be along with Pork Pie Drums, which are an American brand based in LA. So I'll be over there. So hopefully we'll start getting shops in the USA, maybe stocking Carrera Drums.
Awesome. Now, question in the chat room regarding cajons. Do any of them have foot pedals, or are these just straight up boxes without any?
No, we're sticking with traditional strung cajons. Not the ones with the snare wires at the top, but the flamenco cajons, really meant for what they were designed for, which was acoustic accompaniment in acoustic settings. Yeah,
makes
Something
sense.
to bang on.
Yeah, it was. There are a few companies that have started to add things that you plug in here and shove on there and put on there and do this and do that, and you've got a bag load, and suddenly you've got a traps case, and now you've got a case for this, now you've got a van just to take your cajon and gear to a gig, when it wasn't ever really meant for that. It's an acoustic accompaniment. It's an acoustic substitute for a large kit, and we're getting back to that. And then I personally favour the flamenco style, which is the ones with guitar strings at the front. And we've developed that in what we believe to be a better way of doing things, and we've made it a much lighter piece, and it has joinery, so it's actually a well-made box, not just something that's been nailed together or screwed together or whatever. There's actually no screws in it, and the faces are inset into the front. The back is inset into the back. We've got some very good little basic gadgets at the back as well in the wood, to make it sound even better in the snare region. And what else have we done?
Pick up in them?
We will be putting a pickup. We've got our own pickup being designed for those people who want to chuck a cable out to the desk, for for foldback or putting out to a larger venue.
Yeah.
What else? We've done so much with it. It's
You put a
unbelievable.
cushion on the top to sit on,
You can have that. Yeah, that's an option.
and feet.
Yeah, feet are basic. Yeah, that's going to happen. But yeah, the front face being inset, and we've really played around with the amount of screws that are needed for a face to be on. A lot of companies just go bang, 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 and put loads in. Yeah.
Yeah.
When we actually played around with how many, and that's been like the longest thing, is how many screws to put in the front of a cajon to get a balanced bass tone, mid tone, and snare. And we think we've cracked that as well.
And you can choose your colour front.
You can choose the colour of front. You can have a custom one. We can graphic it. We can put your face on it and do anything you like.
If you decide to send me one to throw eggs at, I mean, play with eggs.
Seriously, I'm going to send you one and someone.
I was going to say, can you put Ian's face on it for me?
I'll put Ian's face on it just so you can slap it
with eggs. Yeah.
Yeah. No, with your hands. Oh yeah, with the video. Yes, the egg video. Yes, the fried egg video.
That's going to look great. A picture of me being slapped with fried eggs
by Richard with fried eggs on one of my cajons.
And bacon.
Bacon, if you want to get hardcore.
It's going to be a whole breakfast show.
We could send me around the world for people to slap, and I don't actually have to take a hit.
Anybody that's ever wanted to slap you, courtesy of Carrera Drums.
You're going to sell a lot of cajons.
Do you know what I mean?
It's a new meme.
It's great. You know what I mean?
So we're looking forward to that. You say these are going to be out in the next couple of weeks. We can start looking forward to these coming out.
Yeah, literally. We're having a meeting this week just to go over the last few findings of the German tour the guys have been doing. But I don't think there'll be any changes that I can think of. And then we just roll them out.
And I'm going to be recording some samples here, aren't I? For
you're going to record the samples, well, so. Yes.
And of course, everybody can head over to your website over at Carrera Drums to find out more information.
Yep, they will be. Yep.
And of course, that's at CarreraDrums.com. That's where you want to go for that information.
Thank you very much. CarreraDrums.com?
Yeah, it's CarreraDrums.com. Yeah. And thank you, Richard. The 5 was in the post.
Absolutely, I appreciate that.
And what was that other one that we talked about earlier?
CarreraDrums.com.
No, the other one.
Giggrips.co.uk.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
The makers of Yin and Yang rubbers for safe drumming.
I don't know what to say. Is that their actual slogan? Rubbers for safe drumming?
No, but they can have it. It should be.
I was going to say it should be.
I actually know Kevin McVie, who's the actual owner, and he also supplies my bass pedal. It's like a triple bass pedal, dualist bass pedal, and I think he watches this sometimes. So I might get a text on my way home going, "Cheers, Dave! Blah, blah. I'll send you another box load in a post." But no, he loves all this this comic side of things. So I'm going to send him that.
Now, do they come in large, small, and medium sizes?
No, because we don't like show-offs.
All right. I was going to say, for drummers, there's only large.
Size fits all.
They've actually got a one-size-fits-all stretchable head.
And we won't go there today.
Yeah, I was going to say, and there again, I'm speechless.
It's true. It's true. Look, there you go. There's the head of the rubber there, and it's stretchable. I don't know what you're thinking of.
I've got my eyes closed because that's across the sea.
So take a drummer like Rob Utley, who I play with him from the Ashes, who drums with broom handles.
Right.
With the rubbers fit on them as well.
Yeah. They stretch. The stretchable heads. Yeah. Actually fit that.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, you could probably get a broom handle in there.
You could get anything in there, really. If
you could get a good few inches, I'm sure. Yeah.
Oh, there you have it.
Oh, did they hear that?
All right, gentlemen, we do have some music, and I've got to get rid of that middle screen there, but we do have some music to play for you guys today, and I want to try and get to that at some point if we can, I mean.
Also, if you hear tappity tap taps, it's because I'm giving a one-to-one masterclass with Ian to teach him how to play drums properly.
He needs a few tips from me.
Yeah,
maybe in between songs, you can give us some tips or something.
We've got a book here, for, drumming for dummies. So we're going to be going through chapter and verse.
All right. Well, we can do that. Maybe in between songs, we can hit the highlights.
I think we should. I think we should pull out a few highlights.
Do you want to get highlights?
No.
I'll get the peroxide.
Yes. Okay. Dye my hair live on show.
We're doing hairdressing now.
All right. I'm going to put a stop to the madness and let's get to some music because that's what we're here for after all. It's for music from indie artists around the world. They submit their music to MSI to go in front of our expert panel to get their review and critique of those songs. We take 3 songs randomly selected every week. We'll play them for our panelists. They don't have any idea who they're going to hear, what they're going to hear, the name of the song, or anything about it. So let's get started. We have 3 songs up today. The first song is on deck, and it is coming up right now. Here it is, everyone. Track number 1 on today's Music Scene Investigation. Enjoy it. There you have track number 1 on the broadcast today. And before we do anything else, let's go to our panelists to find out what they thought about it. We're going to go over to Ian and Dave, get their thoughts on track number 1. What do you guys think about this track?
So page 1.
Page 1.
Okay, chapter 1 of Drumming with Dummies. What does it say? See that there?
Learn to count to 4.
Very important.
Right, okay.
Okay.
Right.
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt your lesson there, but we've actually got something we're doing. Song number 1, gentlemen. What do you think of it?
All right. It's some interesting stuff going on. Some nice sounds. I'm curious as to what instrument that was. If it was just a steel string guitar capoed high up, or if it was something sounded a bit more Asian. It had a nice feel to it. There was some good parts there, but it just, for my liking, didn't go anywhere. You had the sort of the string instruments playing. You had that sort of kalimba sort of bell sound going on as well, which was nice. It was all a bit bright, and the bells, the kalimba, the stringed instrument were all sort of blending into each other and not quite fitting for my liking. There was some timing issues with the playing. Then you had this bass come in, this low resonant bass, which is again obviously a synth. And the sounds weren't locking together. You know, you could hear that natural, slightly untimed sound sort of fighting against that sort of in-the-box MIDI sound. And then it just didn't go anywhere. There was no percussion, sort of from the point of untuned percussion. Drums, something like that needed to come in, they needed to build, it needed more dynamics. And, the patterns started to get very repetitive. There were some nice patterns there, but there was no real strong melody in my mind. It just went over and over and over. I don't know what to say about this, really. I mean, I'd say it was unfinished. I said there's probably a lot more you could do with this from the point of view of arrangement, getting the EQ right across the board. It did sound very bright and very hot in the top end of the EQ. But there's part of me that did like it. It was kind of that sort of lay back, have a bit of smoke, and chill when it's done.
With Jack Daniels.
Yeah, totally.
And what do you think about it, Dave?
Yeah, we were sort of discussing it and in amongst the drum lesson, and if it felt very much Jean-Michel Jarre, Tubular Bells, meets Chinese Restaurant, meets The Who, with the Brighton Beach Quadrophenia, the Seagulls. They got back in there. But again, it felt like before the Seagulls happened, it felt like it was just moving up and up and up and up. It was gaining pace, and we was expecting something to happen, and then the Seagulls came in, and it's just like there's some good ideas. There's lots of ideas and routes that they want to go down. Timing issues, that's fine. But it's like they're trying to put a whole load of ideas into a short period of space period and didn't explore one fully. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's like a load of sound effects. It's like it's nice. The actual bass idea is nice, but it just chops and changed way too much, and it didn't seem to have a direction.
And for the record, those Seagulls have ruined my carpet.
And they got my shoulder apparently. And
all right. Before a lawsuit is filed, let's go to Tom Chianti in New York and find out what he thought. Tommy, what do you think?
I think this is, I guess, the comeback try for a flock of seagulls.
Yes, well done.
I agree with everybody. I think the name of the instrument might be a shamisen. It's definitely an Asian instrument. Maybe Chinese or shamisen. It just seems to come to mind.
Is that like one of those thumb pianos, Tom?
Yeah, where it's not like it's like a lyre or a lute, it's a large thing with you need metal picks because the strings are very tightly wound, like me, and it's a beautiful sound. And I actually think they only have to add one thing besides an overall direction, But if they had just put in some nice cellos, strings, and a very laid back piano, let the string play a melody, and that would have sounded almost done. And as Ian said, there's a lot of nice sounds. There's also a lot of random movement which needs to be nailed down. So a very good effort, but definitely it's a loot jam, as we used to say in Pfaffenschugel.
That when you lived there or when you were visiting?
When I was visiting the Rock Giants.
Okay. All right. There you have it. Now you know. All right, gentlemen. Thank you for your thoughts on that. The name of this track number 1, it is called Leaving the Ice Kingdom, and it's by a group called Dark Patrick. We appreciate Dark Patrick sending that track in to Music Scene Investigation. If you'd like to get your track in front of our panelists, all you have to do is go to musicsceneinvestigation.com and click on Submit a Song at the top of the page. It's very easy to do. And 2 more songs, gentlemen. I certainly hope you're up for it. I'm going to give you the cue to go ahead and listen to track number 2, and we'll get that started for everybody. So here it is, everybody. Track number 2 on today's MSI. Enjoy.
Suck me empty.
There you have track number 2 on the program today. And we're going to start things out this round with Tom Chianti, find out what he thought about it. Tommy, track number 2 over to you. What do you think about it?
Yes, well, it's interesting. Very crowded, unrestrained mix. Made it kind of hard to really get a grip and definitive feel for the vocals. And the 2 Brits in the back. It's a mood piece, and it's just very disjointed. It needs subtle direction. No, not. It needs a hammer and nail to push it right. You know, it's got a great vibe, a nice, you know, mysterious vibe going for it. But there were too many instruments colliding, and it's like a bumper car mix. Everything was just all over the place and such. I did not like that they panned that whisper vocal. I think I would have done it differently. You know, there's no right or wrong. I would have just, you know, made it a little bit, you know, left or right, not so hard right or left in this case. Again, a lot of good things there, a lot of thought and effort, maybe a little overthinking going on. I wish I could comment more lyrically, but mostly I was just barely able to get the melodic feel, and that showed some substance. So I think they need to, you know, get in there, get it up on the board, and start dropping things out and seeing how much bigger or smaller things would sound. A lot of times, just because the producer, artist, band has put 50 tracks down, you don't have to use them all. You know, a lot of the hard things engineers have to do is sort of reproduce the song with keeping the same solid feel and sound, but not using every track that there is, because it tends to get like this. Just like, you know, a big, like a bad windshield wipe, it's a schmear. But, like, again, I like, melodically, there's something going on there I like.
All right. Well, I appreciate it, Tommy. Thank you so much for your thoughts on that. Let's go over to Dave and Ian and find out what Dave thought first. Dave, what did you think of this track?
So tell me what you were saying about dressing up the basic beat. Why do you dress up a beat?
That's when you do a gig in a dress.
Right.
Okay, a frock.
Okay.
Normally pink.
Guys,
oh,
the
sorry.
song.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Yes,
song number 2. Dave, what did you think of song number 2?
The song I like. I like the sound of the song, that industrial grungy feel. It's something that I'm playing around with myself at the moment, sort of exploring that area. The vocal, I hope it needed to be lifted up in the mix, because you couldn't hear it. You couldn't hear what he was saying unless that was deliberate. But then what's the point then in writing lyrics?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you're not gonna get the message across, well then don't have a message. You know, it's a bit odd. And it could have broke somewhere. It could have expanded somewhere in the middle somewhere, because it just seemed to sort of be constant there. But other than that, no, the idea is right. As Tom said, it seemed to be, like you say, 50 tracks and just shove them all in. It could have been cleaned up, lightened up, and as we say, get the vocals going. But no, I like that. I did like that song.
All right. And Ian, how about you? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, there's a lot to like going on here. I mean, I'm into that sort of darker, sort of edgier industrial type of music. Rob Zombie, Trent Reznor. 2, which was Rob Halford from.
Oh, we mentioned 9 Inch Nails.
Yeah, that's Trent Reznor.
Yeah,
what was
sorry.
Rob Halford from? Living After Midnight.
Yeah.
Judas Priest.
Yeah.
Judas Priest. Rob Halford from Judas Priest done an album produced by Trent Reznor. Very reminiscent of this. And it's kind of like, it sounds like they've heard that. I want to do a track like that, and they haven't quite hit the nail on the head. The one thing that really stuck out to me was the snare sound.
Oh,
I agree. I felt it was dull, and I know they were going for a dark. They were going for a dark sound, but it just didn't sort of stick out to my ear as a snare. It was just another beat going on. Obviously, the vocals, they were non-existent. You could hear them. You knew something was going on there, but you couldn't make out a word they were saying, which is a real shame. Because from what like Tom was saying, what I could hear of the vocalist, it sounds like his voice was doing some interesting stuff. Would have liked to have heard a lot more of that. Yeah, I understand. It's a crowded mix, and you've got a lot of things going on there to give it that dark atmospheric feel. But at the cost of your message, that's not a good thing. So yeah, probably a lot of overcompression going on here. It sounded like everything was just squeezed to death to sort of get in place. Really, really would like to hear this again with a vocal remix. I think there's a lot of good stuff going on here. I like the arrangement, chord progressions. Just can't hear what the vocalist is saying.
All right. I appreciate your thoughts, gentlemen. Thank you. And let me introduce that track to everybody. The name of song number 2. It's called Feelbox, and it's by a group called Pretty Fragile. And we appreciate Pretty Fragile for sending that track into Music Scene Investigation. All right, gentlemen, looking at the clock on the wall, we have one more song left for you guys to take a listen to, and everyone out in the audience, of course, as well. So let's get right down to it. Track number 3, it is. Here it is. This is it, everyone. Enjoy track number 3 on today's Music Scene Investigation.
want you all to see a march of the little. Follow me, I'm the old Pied Piper in this city. No one's living, but that's okay. I'll show you the way. I'll show you the way. I'll show you the way. Hey. Oh, yeah, let me hear you say, all this world is just for play. All this childish hot demands is all you can give with your own two hands. What's to do? What's to say? Who's to blame anyway? Blow that way again, baby.
That is song number 3 on the broadcast today. And let's head over to the guys, find out what they think. Back to the drum lesson with Ian and Dave. What do you guys think of track number 3, guys?
So have you worked out yet how to do a double 4-stroke?
Yeah, but it finishes too quickly for my liking.
We call those 8 cylinders here in the States. Why
okay.
don't you tell me about the song? What do you think about it, Dave?
Me, I love the 60s vibe, Mark Bolan-esque and the Kinks and everything else. I like that. Get rid of the intro. The intro had us laughing. I personally said it was like the Monsters Dance remix. You know, it didn't do the rest of the song justice. So why have it? It's about 30 seconds of stupidness, really. The rest of the song has got that sort of late 60s, early 70s vibe. And that's nice. And there was some nice bass stuff going on. The guys here that know better than I do that the guitar was probably in need of a tuner.
Yeah.
But great vocals. I really did like that. Again, in my head, I was hearing Mark Bolan, that kind of thing. But I like that. I like that a lot. Just get rid of that beginning, and you have got a good song there.
All right. And Ian, how about you? What are your thoughts?
All right. Okay. The guitars were
Here
actually.
we go.
Yeah, I've got a bit to say about this one. The guitars were out of tune. Now, I kind of understand that sort of slightly discordant guitar thing going on. We've heard it a lot used for that sort of lo-fi sound. But again, it was a mono guitar. I'd like to hear that sort of paired up. And do you know what? I would like to have heard it dirtier, sort of more punky. And I would like to have heard the whole song up a few in tempo. Do you not agree? Give it more of a sort of slightly punkier edge. You know, bands like Jet and stuff like that.
I know where they were going with it. You know, that's
I do.
You know, Bolan-esque sort of laid back.
But I think they got it too slow.
You know what I was trying to say about Absolutely Fabulous, who wrote the original of that?
Yeah.
It's a slower version than what was used on the TV program.
Yeah.
And when you first listen to it, you go, ooh, you know, it needs to be pumped up. But actually, when you listen to it properly, it's quite mellow and nice.
I did listen to it properly.
Right.
Just saying. But personally, I think it could have been a bit faster, a few BPM faster, and with a slightly dirtier feel to the guitars. Love the guy's voice. Thought the rhythm section were fantastic. Even that open sound of the drums was really captured quite nicely. The groove was good, but I just feel a few BPM faster would have aided that. But it really was that guitar that was the problem. Sound-wise and tuning-wise. Otherwise, the arrangement was nice. I think this would have benefited from some honky-tonk piano, or that big sort of Dawsey, Hammond type sort of sound, Ray Manzarek sort of sound, and potentially some horn stabs as well in some of them stops, things. Just to give it a bit more, it's just got a real funky edge to it that's not being exploited, in my opinion.
It is a nice song. It really is fundamentally a nice song, just with a little bit more work, not a lot more work, and get rid of that bloody beginning, because we were in hysterics. So
it was a bit Monsters.
You know, you don't want to go into a nice song that's going to really stick in your head, because it does. It's quite tuneful, and you don't want to be laughing.
No.
You know, when you do it, because it's like a comedy moment. You know.
Yeah, so definitely agree with that. But yeah, good song.
All right, I appreciate it, gentlemen. Thank you very much. Now over to Tom Chianti and his thoughts. Tommy, what do you think of track number 3?
I think the drum lesson should have skipped the part where they put the cojones over their head because I loved the intro. That's
Mm.
what sort of set up the funky, creepy weirdness of the whole track, and it got a great vibe. I really like that. Great voice, the guitar, you know. Um, it didn't really bother me. I mean, there was just enough going on to always, the vocals were there, and there was just enough going on physically, melodically, and structure-wise to keep changing, to keep you interested. And that kept me interested top to bottom. And it's it is reminiscent of some of the darker Doors. You what is it? Take me to the I'll
Hospital.
pick, huh?
Take me to the hospital.
No, that's my life, not the Doors. Yeah, all in all, this is very, very creative, and I really liked it. It's done well. The question of leaving the intro in or not, when it comes down to it, will it affect sales or not, depends on, it could be, mixed again, although I think just mastered and edit. And an indie label might just go with as is, because it definitely has that lo-fi. There was a lot of crackling scratches going on way in the background. I didn't know if it was a digital breakdown or it was something they purposely put in. Whatever, it worked. So yeah, I like this on a lot of different fronts.
All right. Well, I appreciate it, guys. Thank you for your thoughts. The name of this track number 3, it's called March of the Little, and it's by a group called The Thick, and we appreciate their sending that track into Music Scene Investigation as well. All right, gentlemen, time has come to where you must make a decision. That decision is going to be on what song you would like of the 3 to be the song of the week. I'm going to turn it over to you and let you make your decision. So talk about it and let me know what you think.
I'm going to jump right in this week, Ian. So there.
Over to you, Thomas.
Over to me. Take it away, Tom. Camera 4. Okay.
Action.
Lights. No, turn them off again.
Turn the lights off.
2's got its issues. 1's got its issues. 3 has issues I like. So right flat out, quirkiness, originality, composition, performance, presentation, I will go with number 3.
All right, Tommy. Thank you. Now over to Dave and Ian for their thoughts.
Oh, me, you,
everybody, you, right. Me, you, me.
It's got to be number 3. It's the best by far, a long way. And I do like that late 60s vibe they really have captured. It's got to be commended. But I disagree with Tom. I don't like that beginning. It could have been much tidier and much nicer. But 3 is it. That's for me. I like that.
All right, Ian?
Who would I be to rock the boat with these esteemed gentlemen that are my colleagues on this day?
That's it.
And I fancy that I would join them in that boat of number 3 and go with that.
All right, well, there you have it. Unanimous decision reached by our panelists. Song number 3 by The Thick. It's called March a Little is our song of the week. And that will move on for next month's Band of the Month, the MSI Hit List broadcast. Incidentally, you can tune in this Wednesday right here on MusicSceneInvestigation.com for our MSI Hit List this Wednesday, where we'll select a Band of the Month from all of the songs of the week from the previous month. And the winner of that contest will receive from our sponsor, landr.com, a 1-year pro subscription over at landr.com, where music mastering is made easy. Drag and drop interface algorithms which determine the genre of your song. They can get as many uncompressed WAV files, not MP3s, but WAV file masters made of their music. They'll get a 1-year subscription to that pro account. It'll all be for them. And of course, if you want to try it out, see if it's something that might work for you and your music, all you got to do is come to our page and hit on any landr.com banner that you happen to see on the site, and you can get 2 free WAV masters made of your music. And you can also sign up for a free account which will allow you to get as many compressed MP3s mastered of your music as you'd like. And we appreciate Landar for sponsoring the hit list. Again, that's this Wednesday right here at musicsceneinvestigation.com. All right, Dave, thanks for being with us, man. Really appreciate it, and looking forward to those cajones coming out.
My pleasure, as always. Great fun. My big cajonas.
Well, we want to see them.
Yeah, Richard wants to see my
cajonas.
Okay.
Come out party.
The no stick ones, the Teflon coated ones.
Time out, chaps. Okay,
All right, we're going to do that one over, I guess. All right. Never mind.
It's been a pleasure, and thank you for having us again.
We really do appreciate it.
And today has been sponsored by giggrips.co.uk.
There you go.
The safe drumming rubbers.
They're going to have that printed on the package from now on, I guarantee it. Make drumming safe. All right, Ian, Tom, thank you. Everybody out in the audience, please join us this Wednesday for the hit list. We appreciate you dropping by today. Of course, we'll be back to do it all again next Sunday as well, when Ian is going to tell me who the guest panelist will be. Ian?
Surprise.
It's a surprise.
It's Ian. Ian's the guest panelist.
Me. I'm me and myself and I.
His schizophrenic self, yes.
We're going to review music in 3 very different ways.
3D.
But from one
You're going to review music in 3D.
Yeah.
All right, well, there you go. Watch us with your Oculus Rift and see Ian in glorious 3D. I
might actually do impressions of all of our other guests.
Hey, that's good.
That's scary. All right. Please join us and see Ian do all that. It's going to be a good time. I guarantee it. Till next time, everyone, we'll play out with our guys and gals from the thick. March a little this week's selection of the week. Here they are, guys. Thanks for joining us, everyone. See you again next time.
Bye. 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 Bye.